Hey, I'm Paul. I'm here to show you how to cook ramen. Now, first, you're gonna want to heat up some water. So, I got my handy dandy sink here, and as you can see, I'm just gonna heat up some water. Then I put that water into a pot. Now that I've got the water in the pot, I've stuck it on the stove here, and if you look, it's about a third of the way full, depends on the size of the pot. And you want to turn this on about high, and then you're going to wait until this comes to a boil, and you can put a lid on it because that'll speed up the boiling process. Now what I need to do is choose which kind of ramen I want to cook. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here to my Lazy Susan, and I got a bunch of flavors. I've got roast chicken, I got pork, I got beef, I got regular chicken, and back here I got some Oriental. Now, what I'm going to pick the roast chicken. Now, as you can see, I got my water to boil, so I'll set my camera down right here because I gotta open up the ramen. So I got it open, and you want to pull out the flavor packet because you don't want to cook that in with the noodles. Now I'll come over here, and I don't know if you can see this, but I'm simply going to put the block of processed food in the bowl, and I'll dump in the little itty bitty bits on the end. Now you want to wait until this has become a fairly soft texture, and you will put the lid on if you put a lid on. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to get a fork, and so I can kind of poke and prod at it to see kind of what consistency the noodles are at. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've got my noodles at a soft texture. You want them to be nice and jiggly like, and then that should mean they're ready to eat, unless they're maybe just a little bit hardened because they weren't cooked all the way. Now, as you can see, I got my pot of water here. I have turned off the heat for safety. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get the fork and just put it right up against the edge and let all the water strain out, but you don't want to lose any noodles. You might lose a little itty bitty one here and there, but that's about it. And you do want a little bit of water towards the bottom because that'll help stir up the sauces a little bit. Okay, so what you're going to want to do next, you're going to want to grab one of these bowls here. Now, it can be any kind of bowl. It doesn't necessarily matter. But what you want to do is you want to simply take your pot of food product, and you would want to just kind of take the fork and scrape it into the bowl. And you want to be sure to get all these little bits that are in the bottom that can tend to stick, and then that's all you gotta do. Now there's one more step before you can eat it, unless you like yours plain. What you want to do is, as you can see, I got my bowl of ramen here, and you're going to simply open this packet and kind of shake it around a little bit so all the bits get towards the back and don't fall out when you open it. And then what you're going to do, you kind of want to just open up a little thingy right there, and you're just going to pour it into your ramen and just really shake it in there. You don't want to miss any powder. This is all the flavoring that you will need. You won't need any extra. And you're just kind of going to stir it around until it's all in there and is nice and tasty. This has been Cooking with Paul. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you didn't know how to cook ramen, I really hope this was a helpful video for y'all.